We can't convert them. They're too wild, or they look too much this way and not enough that way. Because there's actually a mass grave of bones that they found. There's that. Would you be surprised to know that the same identical thing happened on the plantation? It's the same person or group of persons or government or system that's exercising the same plan of action on two group of people at around the same time frames, right? Um, well, the same thing did happen on the plantations in a way. Um, there were the mother on the plantations. You had um, American Indians who were reclassified to Negro, and you had some uh, who were imported in from Africa, imported in who were trafficked in from Africa, right? Most were here as they were already American Indians, and they were reclassified. Let's see, and then you had a few of the what do you call it, swarthy Europeans who also got caught in the web a little earlier than their other brothers, right? Now, the slave owners, I refuse to say masters, the slave owners, they took the children, but not every child was taken. And I pondered for a while, I was like, why would they take some kids and then let some mothers keep their children? And my posit is that outside of personal relationships with any particular person on the uh, any of the enslaved persons, maybe some of the children whom the slave owners needed for them to forget who they were targeted. Like maybe the children of the American Indians who were formerly, I'm sorry, of the Negro who were formerly American Indian. Maybe those children were taken away from the mother who could teach them secretly who you are, but pretend this, you know, and there that would disallow the system from progressing because it needed for the American Negro to forget who they were before they were the American Negro, the American Indian, the Hebrew Israelite, whichever one you want, um, all that, right? So they needed them to forget. What's the best way for to change the whole dynamic of a society? You remove the children, you do whatever with the adults because you know they're going to die off, especially without their youth, and then you rebrain. I call it rebrain the youth. You rebrain the children into you're not from here. You are a slave. You were here to serve me. You are a Negro. You're not human. They couldn't do that if the child was there, maybe experiencing that abuse outside, but in those few hours of quiet and peace that the slave was actually allowed, the mother would whisper into the child's ear, you're good. You are human, no matter what they say. Just play pretend, right? And the system would be disallowed from what it needed it to do. It needed the American Negro to forget who you are so that the grand theft could continue without interruption, right? And look at it this way. Now, slavery was horrible, like uh, kidnapping or buying from Africans, other Africans or Judeans, whoever they bought, and trafficking them across international waters into another country, putting them onto labor camps and forcing them to work without pay. Those are human trafficked individuals, persons, right? And that's a shame, and it's a crime. But imagine coming to a land that is occupied by people, kidnapping those people, putting them into labor camps, disallowing them to live or to exist, forcing them to work for you and build a nation up for you, forcing them to forget so they forget the crime that was done against them. In one case, slavery, it's a shame on you. In the other case, we're talking prisoners of war. With prisoners of war come international tribunals. So, of course, they wanted the American Negro to accept, you're African American, you're African, you're from Africa, you're from Africa. But something in the distance whispers in our ears, you're not African, you're from here. Those of us who are. The Great Awakening is taking place. It is foretold, it is written, and there's nothing that's going to stop it. The only thing now is the great creator himself is creating a divide. Who's going to be on the right side and who's going to be on the left side? Who's going to have a Passover and who is not? Thank you for coming.